and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of special to me because I can't believe it's been 5 years since I started on the journey to losing my weight. And 5 years ago in March wasn't when I lost all the weight. It was more towards the end of the year, like November. But March was the month. I think I started probably like March 2nd. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this weight, and I did. I lost 60 pounds. And for the most part, during these 5 years, I've kept most of that weight off. I might have maybe gained about 10-15 pounds in the duration of these 5 years. I've lost it. I saw them numbers going up. I'm like, no. So when I did gain like those extra 10 or 15 pounds, I did lose it. But for the most part, I did not gain the majority of my weight, that 60 pounds, which is amazing. And I can't believe that was 5 years ago. Like, time goes by really fast. So today I'm going to be sharing you with 6 tips that help me maintain my weight and keep the weight off all these years. So with that being said, the first tip, and honestly this is probably the most important, and this is probably the reason that has primarily helped me keep the weight off, and it's so simple, but that is cooking at home. It's pretty simple, but literally that's the main thing that has kept the weight off, is eating at home. Not going to a lot of restaurants, not eating fast food, because that's how I gained the weight in the first place. I was eating out every single day. Even when I mentioned earlier, when I gained maybe like 10 or 15 pounds in the duration of these 5 years, that was from when I went back to old habits. And I love to eat. I don't necessarily love to cook. And so when I get lazy, I order out and it backfires. So I had to come to a realization, to maintain my weight, I have to cook at home. I have to. Even if I don't feel like it, even if I don't like it, to keep the weight off, cooking at home is so important. Because that's how I gain the weight, and that's a big trigger for me, and I have to still, after all these years, be careful and not going back to the old habits and constantly eating out. So that's the first thing, cooking at home. And when I mean cooking at home, cooking healthy things as well, which I'll go into a little bit of detail with my other tips. But that's the first one. Tip number 2 is watching my portion sizes. So trying not to have huge portions of food. In America, we kind of have too big of portions when we eat food. And so watching how much is on my plate and not having too much food on my plate. One thing that has helped me, because a bad habit that I'll do is whatever is on my plate, even if I'm full, I'll still continue to eat. I don't know why, it's something psychological, but I have to finish whatever's on my plate, even if I'm full, which is not good. So one thing that I do, I'll use a smaller plate instead of like a regular size plate, a smaller plate, and that helps me reduce how much I'm putting on my plate, but I'm still eating everything on it. It's just less food. It's kind of like tricks my mind, and I'm okay with that. I'm still full, but I'm eating less. So watching how much of food that I'm eating and not putting so much food, huge portions of food on my plate. Like, I don't need, like, for example, like if I'm eating pasta, the whole plate does not have to be filled with pasta. Maybe this amount of portion is pasta. So watching my portion sizes is huge. And then 2, it's better for your digestion, especially me. I don't have a gallbladder, so eating smaller portion helps with the digestion of my food. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3 is water. Water is my best friend. That's literally all I drink, is primarily water. And our bodies are 60 to 70% water, so we need to be drinking a lot of it. You're supposed to drink half your body weight. So let's just say you weigh 200 pounds. You should be drinking 100 ounces of water. And if you're not used to drinking a lot of water, that can sound intimidating, but trust me, the more you do it, you'll get used to it. I honestly probably drink over my body weight, especially because I work out almost every day. So I probably unintentionally drink about a gallon, about 120 ounces. And I'm not trying to, because that's over. I think I'm supposed to have like maybe 89 ounces for my body weight. So, but because I exercise and I drink before, during, and after I work out, I drink probably roughly about a gallon a day. And water's the best thing you can drink for your body. And I definitely feel like it plays a role in digestion, and it could contribute to weight loss and also maintaining your weight. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, which kind of matches number 3, is since I drink primarily water, I try my best to avoid sugary drinks and sugar in general. Not sugar when it comes to fruit. Fruit is natural sugar, which is good for you, but sugar in cakes, cookies, pops, juices, I try for the most part not to drink those things because it's too much sugar. It's just too much sugar, and sugar in general is not good for your overall health. It causes inflammation, it can cause changes in your mood, and it's just like empty calories that it's like, why drink your calories? I'd rather eat it than drink it. Not that I count calories, I don't ever count calories. I didn't even count calories when I lost weight, but I'm like, I just try to avoid sugary things. Not to say that I necessarily don't. I'll eat a slice of cake, I'll have cookies, but I'm balanced with it. Before, I ate a lot of that stuff. If it wasn't every day, every other day, and that's not good. So now I'm more balanced with if I have something that's sweet like candy, I'm not eating it constantly as before. I'm more balanced with it. But for the most part, I don't drink sugary drinks. I like never drink pop. It just has a ridiculous amount of sugar. That's one thing I rarely drink. And like I said, you could be balanced, but that's one thing I just avoid. I don't drink juices because again, it has so much sugar in it. I might have a lemonade every once in a while, but for the most part, I drink water. If I do have anything sweet, it might be a piece of candy or cake or cookie, maybe a milkshake. But again, I try to be balanced on how often that I have those things because sugar can definitely cause you to gain weight. So being balanced with it has definitely contributed to my maintaining my weight. Number 5 would be fruits and veggies. I cannot emphasize this enough. When you're trying to lose weight, maintain your weight, fruits and vegetables, especially vegetables, are your best friends. And when it comes to portion sizes, as I mentioned earlier, I try my best. I really do try my best. If I have a meal, half my plate is vegetables. I try. Sometimes it doesn't always happen. I'm imperfect. But for the most part, I try to have vegetables with every meal and have half my plate be of vegetables. You should have, of anything on your plate, the most things should be vegetables. And vegetables and fruit have so many health benefits, but they definitely help you with weight loss and just maintaining your weight and just overall good health. And one thing that has helped me to incorporate fruits and vegetables is making smoothies or juices. And I like those because it is a convenient way, it's tasty, and I know if I make a smoothie or juice, not buying a juice, but making a juice at home where I include vegetables and fruit, actually I make the juice, that's a good way for me to get my fruits and vegetables for the day. And I know that definitely has helped me with maintaining my weight. Okay, finally, my last tip, and also one that I didn't actually do till last year. So for the majority of the duration of me keeping off the weight had to do with my eating habits. But this last one is one I wish I would have incorporated years ago. But honestly, looking back years ago, I couldn't do it. That's a story for another day. I had some health issues. But that's exercise. I am so glad that I am regular and exercising. I wish I would have did this years ago. My body would have been extra snatched if I did. But like I said, to make a long story short, and that'll be a story for another video, my energy, my fatigue was so bad that when I exercised, it felt like someone literally beat me up. That's not supposed to happen when you exercise. And it could be something simple as walking. I felt exhausted, in pain, and that's not supposed to happen when you exercise. But thankfully, a friend recommended a natural doctor who has helped me so much. I feel so much better. And again, that'll be a story for another video on my little road to recovery and my health. But now that I do feel a lot better and exercise doesn't leave me feeling beat up and in pain, I exercise almost every single day. If not every day, 5 to 6 times a week. And exercise, trust me, if I would have been exercising regularly, the little time where I did gain maybe 10 or 15 pounds probably would not have happened. Because when you're exercising, you're burning off more calories, and it is a great way for weight loss and for maintaining your weight. And I wish I could have done this earlier, but better late than never. And I love how my body looks better now. And I actually have, like, my clothes fit better now that I've incorporated exercise than I was at my lightest when I lost the weight the first time. And you see that definition and everything. And then exercise just has so many great benefits other than just looking good on the outside. It has so many amazing benefits for your body on the inside. And trust me, if you're working out, exercising pretty regularly, and eating right, it's gonna be almost impossible for you to, like, gain fat. And had I done this earlier, I probably would have never gained like those 10 or 15 pounds that I did. But now that I exercise, I know it's going to be, for the next 5 years, 10, 15 years, so much easier to maintain the weight now that exercise is such a big part of my life now. So I won't make this video too long. Those are my 6 tips that has helped me maintain my weight for these 5 years. Hopefully you found it encouraging and it can help you with maybe your weight loss journey, or maybe you're trying to maintain your weight after you have lost it. These 6 tips in general can help most people maintain their weight. Remember, it's not just a diet, but it's lifestyle changes that you have to do for the rest of your life. And these 6 things, maintaining these regularly, have definitely helped me. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please press that like button. Tell your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister. Please share this video with your friends and family, and please subscribe to my channel.